Hello, language explorers, and welcome. You're tuned into a brand new episode from SimplyEnglishPod.
Really glad you're joining us today. We're here to help you make your English sound even more natural.
And I'm here too, ready to jump into, well, why some phrases might sound a little unexpected to native English speakers.
Yeah, we're tackling something today that I think pretty much everyone learning English experiences, right? Those moments when you say something and you just get that slightly confused look back.
Oh, absolutely. It's just part of the process, isn't it? When what you meant to say doesn't quite land as planned.
Exactly. But like we always say, these aren't failures. They're actually great chances to learn something new.
Learning opportunities.
So in this episode, we're going to zoom in on some specific phrases. The ones that often sound a bit funny or maybe confusing because they're, direct translations from another language.
And the goal is to help you navigate these common spots so your everyday chats flow better and you sound more natural.
That's the plan. Understanding why something doesn't quite work can really help lock it in, I think.
It really can. Builds a stronger foundation.
Okay then. So maybe grab a notebook if you like taking notes. Let's get started with today's episode.
All right, where should we begin? Let's start with a classic one.
Okay, first up, I'm boring. Now, what someone usually means by this is, I feel bored right now. That feeling of not being interested.
Yeah, that momentary feeling. But saying I'm boring, it actually describes you as a person. Like you're someone who makes other people feel bored.
It sounds like you're saying you're a dull person, maybe someone who makes others yawn.
Which is definitely not the intention. The simple fix here is just, I'm bored. Using that ed ending. And that's a good little tip to remember, actually. Often, words ending in ing describe the thing or person causing the feeling.
Like a boring movie.
And words ending in ed describe the feeling itself, how you feel.
Like, I'm bored because the movie is boring.
That makes sense.
Okay, moving on. Our second phrase, it makes me funny.
Okay. Usually, what someone wants to express here is something more like, this makes me laugh, or maybe, I find this amusing.
Yeah. But if you say it makes me funny, it kind of sounds like whatever it is has the magical power to turn you into a comedian.
Like suddenly you're telling jokes and being witty, which is probably not what's happening.
Probably not. So the more natural ways to say this are, it makes me laugh.
Or maybe, that's funny to me.
Here's a little comparison that might help picture it. Imagine saying, the movie makes me romantic. It sounds like the movie physically changes your personality.
Like you become a romantic person because of the movie.
But if you say, the movie makes me feel romantic, then it's clear you're talking about the emotion you experience while watching it.
That's a really clear way to put it.
Okay.
Okay, let's tackle number 3. This one's about lights. Open the light or close the light.
And what you mean is obvious. You want the light turned on or off. Activate or deactivate it.
But in English, we don't usually think of lights as containers, Things you can open or close, like a box or a window.
Just sounds a bit odd. So the phrases that sound natural are turn on the light.
And turn off the light.
Simple verbs, turn on, turn off.
What's quite interesting, though, is that this open and close way of talking about lights is common in lots of other languages.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like Arabic, French, and quite a few Asian languages, too. It just shows how our first language shapes how we initially try to say things in English.
That's a really good point. Our brains are translating directly sometimes. Okay, next up, number 4. Take a coffee.
So the speaker generally means they want to, have a coffee, drink it, enjoy it.
But take a coffee can sometimes sound a bit like you're literally grabbing a cup of coffee and taking it away somewhere.
Yeah, like you're stealing it almost. Or just physically removing it.
Maybe not stealing, but less about sitting and enjoying it. So the more common natural ways are have a coffee.
Or a bit more casual, grab a coffee.
Let's grab a coffee later. Sounds very natural.
It does. And here's a quick pro tip. Really listen for how native speakers combine verbs with nouns, like have coffee or grab coffee. These pairings are called collocations.
Noticing those patterns is super helpful. Okay, number 5 is a grammar one. I will go to there.
Again, we understand the meaning. You're saying where you're going.
Yeah.
But there's an extra little word in there that isn't needed.
Right. The word there already implies the destination, the direction towards a place.
So putting to right before it feels, well, redundant, unnecessary.
The correct and cleaner way is simply, I will go there.
Just go there. The to is already built into the meaning of there in this context.
Got it. Okay, number 6 is similar, involving home. I'll go back my home.
And the speaker means they're returning to where they live, their house or apartment.
But like the last one, it sounds a little incomplete. Something's missing for a native speaker's ear.
It does. The correct ways sound much smoother. I'll go back home. And the interesting thing here is about the word home. It's quite special in English.
How so?
It can be a noun, like in my home, meaning the place, but it can also act as an adverb, showing direction. Go home or come home.
Ah, so go back home uses home as an adverb of direction. That's why it doesn't need to, or my.
Exactly. It's a neat little language fact.
It is. Okay, let's shift gears slightly. Phrase number 7 is about self-assessment. My English is not good.
Now, we totally understand the feeling behind this. You feel your skills are still developing. You're still learning.
Yeah. But saying it quite so directly, my English is not good, can sometimes feel a bit, well, negative or self-defeating.
It can undermine your confidence, it focuses on the perceived lack.
So instead of that, maybe try framing it more positively, like, I'm still improving my English.
Or, I'm working on my English every day. That sounds really proactive and positive.
It's more about the journey, isn't it? Focusing on the growth, the progress you're making.
Definitely a healthier mindset for learning. Okay, phrase number 8, another grammar point. Let's discuss about it.
Okay, so you want to talk about a specific topic, have a conversation.
But the verb discuss in English, it already includes the idea of about.
Ah, so you don't need both.
The word about after discuss is usually unnecessary. It feels redundant again.
So the clean, natural way is just, let's discuss it.
Let's discuss the plan. Let's discuss the problem.
And the little grammar note here is that discuss is a transitive verb. It takes its object directly without needing a preposition like about in between.
That's the technical reason, yeah.
Yeah.
Helpful to know. And number 9 follows a similar pattern. You can consider about it.
Okay, so you want someone to think about something, mull it over.
And just like with discuss, the verb consider usually doesn't need that about right after it.
So it's extra again.
Yeah. The direct object comes right after. So the correction is simply, you can consider it.
Consider my proposal. Consider the options.
So it highlights a pattern, doesn't it? Some verbs in English just don't need prepositions like about before their object. We just need to learn which ones.
Good point. Watch out for those verbs. Okay, number 10 is about suggestions. I suggest you to go.
The intention is clear. You're recommending that someone goes somewhere.
But the structure, the grammar with suggest, doesn't quite work with to go like that. It sounds a bit clunky.
It does. The correct structures are a bit different. You can say, I suggest you go.
Ah, so suggest, then the person, then the base verb. Suggest you go, suggest he try, suggest we wait.
Or the other common structure is using the ing form, the gerund. I suggest going.
I suggest waiting. I suggest trying again.
Perfect. So remember that. Suggest is usually followed by subject plus base verb or by a gerund form, not the infinitive with to.
That's a really useful grammar hack. Okay, number 11 feels more about style. It's all the same for me.
Meaning you don't have a preference. Either option is okay.
Yeah. And while people will understand you, it's all the same for me. It can sometimes sound a little stiff or maybe a touch formal, even a little bit indifferent depending on the context and tone.
It can, yeah. It's not wrong, just not how people typically phrase it casually.
So what are the more relaxed, common alternatives?
You could say, I don't mind. Either is fine with me. Those definitely sound more relaxed and conversational.
Coffee or tea? Either is fine with me. Much smoother.
Definitely sounds more relaxed and approachable.
Good one to adopt. Okay, and finally, our 12th phrase for today. My car is broken.
Meaning, obviously, your car isn't working properly, it won't start, or something's wrong with it.
But the word broken in English, we often associate it more with, like, physical damage, something shattered or snapped in two.
Yeah, like a broken vase, or a broken bone, or a broken toy. With vehicles or machines that stop functioning, we have a more specific term.
And that is?
We usually use the phrasal verb broke down, or you can just say simply, my car isn't working.
Ah, okay. So the more precise ways are, my car broke down.
Or, my car isn't working.
So broke down is specifically for when vehicles or machinery stop functioning.
That's its main use, yeah. It's about functionality, not necessarily physical breakage. Vocabulary precision.
That's a really useful distinction. Okay, wow, 12 phrases. Now, how about we try putting some of these corrections into practice?
Good idea. Let's do a quick role play to hear them in a natural context. We'll call it Coffee Shop Mix-Up.
Okay, listen closely, everyone, and maybe try repeating each line after us silently or aloud. Notice how these corrected phrases sound.
Okay, let's imagine a conversation between, let's call them Lucy and Sam. I'll be Lucy, you be Sam.
Sounds good. Go for it.
Hey, Sam, want to grab a coffee later at that new place downtown?
Sounds great. I'm just going back home first to change clothes.
No rush. Oh, and heads up, my car broke down this morning. Mind picking me up.
Oh, no. Are you okay? That must be stressful.
Yeah, just a little bored waiting for the tow truck for the past hour.
Ugh, awful.
Yeah.
I could definitely come get you. My place or the coffee shop.
Either is fine with me. I'm just happy to get out of this waiting game.
Perfect. Let's discuss the details when I pick you up. Be there in 15 minutes.
See how those phrases fit in? Going back home, car broke down, a little bored, either is fine with me, let's discuss it.
Yeah, they sounded completely natural within the flow of the chat. Much smoother than the incorrect versions would have.
So, now, for everyone listening, are you ready to actually practice and boost your fluency? We've got a little weekly challenge for you. It's got 3 levels, designed to help you practice and really own these corrections.
All right. Level 1 we're calling the awareness builder. Pretty simple. Choose, say, 5 phrases from today's episode that were new to you, or maybe ones you know you use incorrectly.
And your task is to shadow them. Say them out loud, maybe daily for a week. Try to mimic the pronunciation and rhythm.
You could even record yourself on your phone and listen back. See how you sound.
Good idea. Then, for level 2, conversation creator. Take those corrected phrases and record yourself using each one in a complete sentence, but make it your own original sentence.
Yeah, put it in a context that makes sense for you. And hey, if you're part of an online group or have a language partner, maybe share your sentences and get some friendly feedback.
Nice. And finally, level 3, real-world application. This is where it gets real. Try to consciously use at least 3 of these corrected expressions in actual conversations this week.
Could be with a colleague, a friend, a teacher, anyone. Afterwards, maybe just make a quick mental note or jot it down. When did you use it? Where? How did it feel? Did it flow naturally?
That active usage is key. And we have a bonus challenge, too. Become a translation trap detector.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. What does it mean?
It means starting to pay attention, really pay attention to those moments when your brain automatically tries to translate directly from your first language into English.
Ah, catching yourself in the act.
Just notice it. I was about to say open the light, but I know it should be turn on the light. Make that mental correction.
That kind of awareness is like a superpower for learning faster, isn't it?
It really is. It helps you rewire those pathways.
Okay, fantastic work today, everyone listening. You've now got 12 really solid phrase upgrades in your toolkit.
Using these will definitely help your English sound more natural and boost your confidence when you speak.
And always remember, fluency is about making progress, step by step. It's not about being perfect overnight. Every little adjustment like this adds up.
It really does. And hey, we'd genuinely love to hear from you. What are some of your funniest or most memorable direct translation moments? Maybe a time you said something that got a funny look.
Oh yeah, share your stories in the comments or wherever you connect with us. You never know, we might feature some of the best ones in a future episode. Could be fun.
Definitely. And of course, if you found this episode helpful, please consider subscribing so you don't miss our next one. And maybe share it with a friend who's also working on their English.
Sharing is caring, and it helps reinforce your own learning.
So, before we wrap up, let's remember the Simply English Pod mantra. Small steps daily create fluent speakers. Just keep practicing, keep engaging with English. And we'll be back soon with another episode to help boost your English skills. Until then, please remember, you're probably doing much better than you think. Keep going, keep shining. We'll catch you in the next episode. And just as a little heads up for our next episode, we're thinking we might dive into maybe some common mix-ups with English verb tenses, or perhaps tackle some of those pesky prepositions.
Ooh, both sound useful. But hey, we're also really open to your ideas. If there's a particular area of English grammar or vocabulary or maybe pronunciation that you'd love us to cover, please let us know. Drop us a suggestion.
Yeah, we want these episodes to be super relevant for you. We're here to help you on your journey.
Thanks so much for tuning in today.
Thanks, everyone. Bye for now.